Welcome, 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 welcome. Hey, welcome to another live broadcast from your brother, Reverend Abraham Lewis. This evening again in West Africa, afternoon here in America. I want to talk to some people, and specifically I want to talk to my fellow Nigerians. And the reason why I'm having this broadcast is because of a funny post that I made on my page some moment ago, where I was kind of trying to praise the work of innocent mortals in Nigeria. I see that Mr. Innocent is doing something that is very, very proactive. Mr. Innocent is doing something very, very great, something very commendable. And there are many people like him all over Nigeria. And I was kind of trying to point out the fact that these are people that are making it work. Like they say, Rome wasn't built in one day. And definitely, we're not going to be able to turn things around in one day. The nation of Nigeria is going to have a lot of challenges. And very clearly and very surely, the nation of Nigeria is going to have a lot of challenges for a long time. But what I am trying to do, some people think that I am trying to praise Nigeria. Or maybe they probably think I am trying to advocate that, oh, Nigeria is a heaven or that Nigeria is a paradise and so on and so forth. See, what I am trying to do, if you have been following me very keenly, is to actually try to make you see the glass half full and not half empty. Remember, your attitude determines your altitude. What you see is what you get. If you as an individual, you see no hope. If you as an individual, you see only failure. If you as an individual, you only see defeat. If you as an individual, you only see hopelessness. Fellow Nigerians, I am telling you, you can't get it any better. You see, I have taken so much time to kind of point out to we Nigerians that the situation, the ugly situation of Nigeria today was caused by several factors. And I want to put it to you that the Fulanis were not the ones that caused all the problem of Nigeria. They had their own problem. But what we don't want to accept is the fact that every other tribe in Nigeria contributed to the present ugly situation of Nigeria. The Yorubas have contributed massively to the ugly situation of Nigeria. We, the Igbos, we have contributed massively to the ugly situation of Nigeria. The Urobos, the Ijos, the Shakiris, the Benways. Of course, to an average Igbo man, for example, that went through the Biafran War, do you know that if you really know what happened during the Nigerian Civil War, you will come to understand that what the Benue people did to the Biafrans during the Nigerian Civil War is way more wicked than what the Fulanis did. The Igbos that were escaping from the north and going back home to their homeland in the east, many of them... Oh, sorry, I just had a brief interruption. Many of the Igbos that were passing through Benue State and going to the east were either killed by the people of Benue State or they were denied access through their land. You may look at all these... You understand? Sorry, I'm very sorry, please. I keep having a phone call that is interrupting me. So many of these Igbo people were killed or denied access through the land of Benue. People of Nigeria, what I want you to understand is this. The present corruption or the ugly situation that is prevalent in Nigeria was not caused by only a group of people. So before we trade these words, before we start hating each other, we need to first of all sit down and understand that we all contributed to the ugly situation of Nigeria. Now, that takes me back to the topic which I'm trying to talk about. I hate Nigeria. What does that really mean? I see a lot of people only, I must be very frank, only from the Igbo origin, saying they hate Nigeria. The same person is saying that the Nigerians hate them. The last time I checked, hate beget hate. Love beget love. You cannot be exuding hate and you expect people to love. You cannot be exuding bigotry and you expect people to exude acceptance. You understand? The Bible says, I'm a Christian, so I will be very frank with you. The Bible says, whatever a man sows, that shall he reap. When you sow hatred, you're going to reap hatred. When you sow rejection, you're going to get rejection. When you are promoting hate and you expect people to just warm up to you, accept you, then you are not being realistic. You are not being frank, and you're not being truthful to yourself. So again, I say, I hate Nigeria like most of our brothers will say. And I've been trying to ask myself a question the whole day after hearing that conversation where they, and they hate us with passion. Nigeria hate us with passion. Please, learned people, those of you who are intelligent, those of you who are knowledgeable, can you please tell me, when a man says Nigeria hates them, what exactly do they mean? Do they mean the landmass of Nigeria? Do they mean the people of Nigeria that hate them? Or do they mean the government of Nigeria that hates them? Please, I want specifics. These people who are bantering words, these people who are just talking offhand, these people who are projecting this hate so much and believe that Nigeria hates them. Nigeria is a failed state. We all understand those dynamics. But can there be a little bit more specific to tell us who exactly is Nigeria? Is Nigeria the people that live in Nigeria? Is Nigeria the government of Nigeria? Is Nigeria the empty land mass of Nigeria? Or please, who exactly is Nigeria? If you say Nigeria hates us, what you are not telling us is who exactly is Nigeria. Is this Nigeria a human being that lives in Lagos? Is this Nigeria a human being, a man that lives in Abuja? Is this Nigeria a man that lives in Owerri? Is this Nigeria a man that lives in River State? Or who exactly is Nigeria? When you come out publicly to say Nigeria hates us, it's like a man in America here saying America hates us. What I never try to understand, or what I don't normally understand, is if a man in America says, oh, America hates us, he needs to be a little bit more specific. You understand now? He needs to be a little bit much more specific to define who America is or what America is. If you say America hates you, you need to be a little bit much more specific. America, is it the landmass of the land of America? Is it the people in America? Do you know how many states we have in America? So when you say America hates you, you are not being definitive. You are not being clear enough. You are not being objective, because you are consumed by your hate. You are consumed by your bigotry, and you say Nigeria hates you. Or if you are in America, you say America hates you. How can America, please, learned people of Nigeria, how can Nigeria hate you? Because if Nigeria is an individual, I would like to know where he lives, who this Nigeria is. If Nigeria is the land of Nigeria, indirectly you say that the land of Nigeria hates you. We know that there is a systemic misnomer in the land of Nigeria. There is a governmental failure in the land of Nigeria. We know there is a security failure in the land of Nigeria. We know there is a judicial failure in the land of Nigeria. They are all systemic failures. So when you actually come out to say Nigeria hates us, you as a tribe, what you are trying to do is advertise your, I'm sorry to use the word, you are advertising your ignorance in the public. Because I don't understand how Nigeria can possibly hate you. If you say Nigeria hates you, are you trying to say the Benin man, if the Nigeria is a tribe, are you trying to say the people of Benin, they hate you? If you say Nigeria hates you, are you trying to say the Calabari people hate you? If you say Nigeria hates you, are you trying to say the people of Plateau State, they hate you, the Jukun people? When you say Nigeria hates you, are you trying to say the Hausa people, they hate you? Or if you say you're a Nigerian, Nigeria hates you, are you trying to say the Yorubas, they hate you? Please, Nigerians, and those who believe that Nigeria hates them, please, who is Nigeria? And what do you mean by the word Nigeria hates us? A pastor friend wrote on my page, said, Nigeria hates us with passion. And I still don't get it. If Nigeria hates you with passion, please, is this Nigeria a human being, a person, a landmass, a state, a tribe, an office holder? Or who is a Nigerian? What is Nigeria? And how did they hate you? How? Can you be a little bit more objective by defining what you mean by Nigeria hates you? But can you be a little bit more objective, a bit more explanatory when you say Nigeria hate us? Now, if Nigeria as an entity does not hate you, maybe another set of people, another thing you can say is Nigerians hate us. That is, you've chosen yourself as a minority, as a neglected people. You now say Nigerians hate us. In whichever way you put it, you are still exuding hatred and bigotry. And whatever you're looking for, you can't get it. Because if some of you are even talking about this hatred, some of you are men of God, some of you are people of God, and you are the ones talking about this hatred so much. You are talking about this hatred with so much vigor. And you are talking, you're not even hearing yourself. Oh, Nigeria hates us. Nigerians don't want us. Please, if you say Nigeria hates you, you are not specific enough. We don't even know what you mean by Nigeria hates you. How can Nigeria hate you? Please, who are you and why does Nigeria hate you? Secondly, if you say Nigerians, they hate us, that is the people in Nigeria, right? Very good. If Nigerians hate you, you as a tribe, you as a people, if you say Nigerians hate us, you are saying all the other tribes outside of your tribe, they hate you. You still need to answer a lot of questions, because you need to specify, you need to analyze and analytically explain to us, how do Nigerians hate you? What did you do to these other tribes that will make them hate you? And the question that comes to mind is this: why is it some, not all, because I have a lot of dynamic Igbo people, but most of them who are peddling this hatred belong to the IPOP organization. Most of them that are promoting this, oh, hate. They hate us. Nigeria is a zoo, Nigeria is a zoo, they hate us. Nigeria is a zoo, they hate us. Most of them who are saying this belong to one organization called the IPOP, Indigenous People of Biafra. Just one organization. And they believe that everybody hates them. Everybody hates them. Now, let me point it out to you in case you don't know what you're talking about, in case you are not educated, in case you are not enlightened, in case you are not intellectually sound. Maybe you are not hearing yourself. Do you know that even anybody who does not support the IPOP view, who is an Igbo man, is considered a Nigerian? The Igbo man also hates you. You are an Igbo man, you believe that another Igbo man hates you, because not every Igbo man is a member of the IPOP. Not every Igbo man supports or buys the idea of the IPOP. So let us put things in perspective. So when you say that Nigeria hates you, it includes your own fellow brothers who are Igbo people. You understand that? They all hate you. If a Yoruba man stand up today and says Nigeria hates us, you do not say Fulanis hate you. You do not say the Hausa people hate you. And please, let us be very specific in some assertions and bogus claims that we make online or social media and so on and so forth. How many of you even know that the Hausa people are actually a slave in their own land? That the Fulanis have equally captured them and reduced them to second-class citizens in their own land. How many of you people know that the Kanuris, the Jokuns, are all people who have been captured by the Fulani oligarchy and have been reduced to slaves, second-class citizens in their own land? You just imagine what happened in Ilorin, for example, where we have an emir, a Fulani emir in Kwara State. Kwara State is a Yoruba state. Today, Kwara State is an emirate captured by a group of visitors that they opened their door to. Now, in case some of you may not even know the history of Nigeria very well, I am an Orobo man, and I am from Delta State. And I can tell you categorically, the Ishakiris were Yoruba people who migrated to the land where they are today in Warri. They were visitors who were given a portion of land to stay. Today, the Ishakiri people own like half of Warri. Those were visitors. They now have their own king, the Olu of Warri, in another man's land. How many of us now we say something sometimes and we don't reason, because when you are consumed with hatred and bigotry, you don't objectively analyze things anymore. You see, so you talk out of hatred. When hatred consumes your mind, you don't see things with an objective mind anymore. It's a very, very dangerous state to be in. So you say that is why you will sit there and you say Nigeria hates us, but you are not telling us how did Nigeria hate you. What has Nigeria done to you? Please, who is Nigeria and where does he or she lives? If you said Nigerians hate you, please be kind enough to also tell us who are these Nigerians that hate you. Some of you are going to take a swipe at me after this broadcast because you will think I have been specific enough to mention your name. Yes, because I am the man who you think I am. Somebody say, oh, you seem as if you are so proud of this Nigeria that it's a failed state. Then that means you're not hearing me very well. I am not trying to change your mind towards Nigeria. I am trying to deliver you from hatred. I am trying to deliver you from bigotry. I'm actually reaching out to your mind. And I want you to know one thing. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And what you see is what you get. If you see hostility, you are not going to meet anything else. If you see failure, a man who wants to write exam and say, oh God, I know I have already failed. I know I did not prepare for this exam. Oh, poor me, poor me. No matter how much he reads, a man like that, no matter how much book he reads, he's still going to fail. Do you know why? A man going into a venture and has concluded that, oh, nobody has ever succeeded to do this before. I know that I'm going to lose my investment. I know that I'm going to fail. Oh, a man like that, you cannot help him. You cannot help a man who has decided to see the glass as half empty and have refused to see that the glass is equally half full. To see the glass half full is to change your attitude towards the negative situation. But you can also choose to see the glass as half empty. That way you live in misery, you live in regret, you live in pain. You will keep looking at the wrong things going on in Nigeria, and you will never think for once, oh, Nigeria does not even know that I exist. Oh, Nigeria does not even care about me. That is where all of you who have these views, please come back and tell me, who exactly is Nigeria? What exactly is Nigeria? Where does Nigeria live? Please, I want to know, is Nigeria a male or is Nigeria a female? You need to specify. You need to be objectively coherent to tell us who is Nigeria. You understand what I'm trying to say now? Who is Nigeria? If Nigeria is a human being, please, where does he live? This Nigeria that is such a failure, as we're talking about, we have a systemic failure in the nation of Nigeria, which has been caused by several malfunctioning factors. So many things has contributed. The Muslims contributed to it. The idol worshippers contributed to it. The Christians contributed to it. Everybody contributed to the madness called the Hammer House of Horror that we live in Nigeria. So keep exonerating yourself of the blame. Keep making yourself feel good. Oh, I'm not Nigeria. Some people say, I will never go back to Nigeria. Nigeria is doomed. I've heard that word so many times. Nigeria is doomed. And I hear this from men of God who keep saying Nigeria is doomed. And you call yourself a man of God. You call yourself a man of God. You say Nigeria is doomed. Do you know what you have just done? The Bible says, judge not that you be not judged. Well, for you to open your mouth to say Nigeria is doomed, you have concluded, you have judged Nigeria, and you have concluded, you have finalized, and you have said there is no hope for Nigeria. There will never be any hope for Nigeria, and because of that, it's finished for Nigeria. Forget about it. Nigeria is dead. Nigeria is buried. Nigeria can never rise again. And when the objective people like us, we say, don't worry, Nigeria will resurrect again. If Lazarus can resurrect after 4 days, when every hope was gone for Lazarus, the God who raised Lazarus, the God who saved Lazarus from the grave, the great and mighty Redeemer, the great I am that I am, the Lord God Almighty, He's able to save Nigeria. You may not share my view. You think, oh, why is this guy always talking about Nigeria? Yes, but you all know very well that I am angry with the Nigerian governmental system. Some of you who want to be objective, you already know this. So if you come online and say, I don't like the Nigerian government, oh, we are all in that party. We are all in that political party. I don't like the leadership failure in Nigeria. Oh, we are all members of that political party. But when you say, I hate Nigeria, or Nigeria hate me, you are not being objective. And you are not being concise. You are just bantering words. You are just blowing hot air. So, let me see how far your hatred is going to take you. Keep hating Nigeria. Some of us succeeded to go abroad. We are grateful to God for that opportunity. But let's ask ourselves a very good question. Are we better off abroad than the Nigeria we left? Are we really better off abroad? Or is it because we have dollars to spend? Or because we have pounds to spend? How many of you are really living what is called a systemic rot? Let me talk about the America where I am a citizen. How many of you in America are living in the systemic rot? How many of you in America are living like slaves, second-class citizens in America? We work for Uncle Sam. How many women are taking their bare hands to remove excreta from the bum of white people in America? Is that the life you are proud about? Oh yes, we have the 911. Once we dial it like this, the ambulance can be there, the police can be there. But how many of you have witnessed the police brutality in America that it is second to none? That American police are one of the most wicked police officers ever known in the world. That racial discrimination is very, very rife in America? How many of you have lived in Russia and you have seen the wickedness that live in the heart of those people? Oh, let's not even go too far. Let's go to London and France, the United Kingdom and France, where freedom of speech does not even exist anymore. It is very easy to hide in these foreign countries and point finger home that our nation is doomed. I can equally sit here. The entire social system of the United Kingdom is finished. It is completely ruined. But how many of them are saying it? Yes, somebody says, Frank Okobi said Nigeria is gone and will never recover from his death. So maybe you are the one that killed it. Mr. Frank? Probably you are the one that killed Nigeria. So you believe that Nigeria is dead. Nigeria can never arise. It is people like you that I'm talking to. You are consumed by so much hatred and bigotry. You can't tell yourself the truth anymore. Go to another country where they are not dead. Go to another country where they are not doomed. Let me see how much freedom you will really have. Let me see how much freedom you really have. How many of you in America have lived in fear of police harassment? How many of you blacks actually who lives in America, you go out every day and you are praying to go back home, to succeed to go back home, not to be killed by the mafias, not to be killed by the armed robbers, not to be killed by assassins, but to be killed by the police. Your fear when the police vehicle, when the police bus are stopped behind you is, God, please don't let anything go wrong. Yeah, because you see, it's always greener across the fence, to another man's farm. It's always very green. I lived in America, and I'm an American citizen. I love America, and I work for the governmental system of America. But I equally know how much bigotry we have in America. I know how completely, let's put it, I know how ruined the United Kingdom is. United Kingdom is one of those nations of the earth. I don't know what kind of miracle will redeem the United Kingdom. I don't know. I don't know what kind of miracle will redeem the United Kingdom. There is actually more hope for Nigeria as it stands right now. There is more hope for Nigeria than for France and the United Kingdom. In case you don't know this, there is more hope because Nigeria is a virgin in so many ways. But look at the United Kingdom. Those of you who live in the UK, you will accept that I'm telling you the truth, unless you want to also live in a lie. The social system in the UK is one of the most disastrous in modern human history. The social system in the United Kingdom. That country, I don't know who will help that country. In fact, I am not proud to want to go to the United Kingdom. There was a time I used to be proud to want to identify with the United Kingdom. I'd rather stay in my America than to go and live in the United Kingdom. Trust me, I don't want to do that. Where the police does not regard you as anything. Blacks integrate with whites successfully in America, but it does not happen in the United Kingdom. Let's all face it. We have all, those of us who have traveled far and wide, we know these things. Is it not time we forget about this hatred? Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is bad. Everybody's contributing to the Nigeria is bad, oh. You go to Nigeria, people don't drive on the lane, oh. They drive like lunatics. They drive like lunatics. Whether it is Hausa, whether it is Yoruba, whether it is Igbo, they don't drive like normal human beings on the Nigerian road. But when they want to trade the blame, you say Nigeria hate us. Please, who exactly is Nigeria and what exactly, who exactly is this Nigeria that so hates you and want evil for you? Okay, let us even put it, Nigeria is a human being. And now let me talk to you Christians who call yourself Christians. Those of you who call yourself pastors and you are promoting this hatred. And you talk about this hatred and hatred and hatred. At least your Bible said, love your enemy. Do good to them who hate you and despitefully use you. Love your enemy. in case you do not know the dictionary meaning of the word your enemy. Your enemy is anyone who does not wish you well. Your enemy is anybody who does not want good for you. Your enemy is anybody who does not mean well for you. That is who your enemy is. Your enemy is somebody who hates you and wants you destroyed. If I am to talk to only you, the Christians, you understand now? Yes, God bless you, Mr. Levi. I love your objectiveness. You said, my brother, the leaders are the problem. Yes. You start now being talking objectively that we have a leadership failure. See, if you say it that way, then I as a Nigerian, I will not see you as an enemy, because if you say that you are my enemy, then okay, fine and good. We hate you, so what are you still doing in our house? See, the last time I checked, Igbo people have businesses all over Nigeria. You even tell them to leave the north and go back home. They don't want to go back home. Do you know why? Their investments are everywhere. The same people who say everybody hates them. How do everybody hate you and yet you have businesses everywhere? I am still not understanding this they hate me, they hate us factor. You understand that? The fact that some section of the nation are hostile to you, you don't put a blanket label on everybody and you say Nigeria hate us. Nigeria does not want us, and they don't want us to go. They don't want us to stay. Please, who is Nigeria? If you live across the Niger Delta, the river Niger, for example, the first people you meet are the Asaba people. If you're coming from River State, the first people you meet across the river Niger are the Delta people. You are going to meet Patani on this other side. You understand now? You're going to meet Patani. You're going to meet Udi, then Patani on the Delta side. If you're coming from Onitsha to enter Nigeria, if you say that every other part is not Nigeria, which you know is not true, you are still going to meet with Anyoma people, who are basically Igbo people. Please, who exactly is the one that hates you? You understand now? No, my brother, I'm not taking it one way. I'm not taking it one way, because if we said Nigeria, and I just want them to be much more specific. Who exactly is Nigeria? Who exactly are the ones? Fellow Nigerians, Desiani Alison Madweke is an Igbo lady. She was a minister of petroleum in Nigeria during the reign of Goodluck Jonathan. A man who can consider a Biafran, because his name is Ebele. So, we can say this man was a Nigerian. When they were in power, the people that they brought into power more are our Biafran people. Please, can we be a little bit much more specific? During Obasanjo's regime, let's go to some specifics. During Obasanjo's regime, Mr. Madweke, the husband of the notorious criminal Alison Madweke, was the Minister of Transport, or Works and Housing at that time. Do you know how many times Obasanjo awarded the Orebini Road? Yes, the Lagos-Benin Road. The Lagos-Benin Axis Road. Do you know how many times, for those of you who know what really went on in Nigeria, do you know how many times they awarded that contract under the ministry that was managed by Mr. Madweke, an Igbo guy? Do you know how many times they awarded that contract? 4 times. Do you know how much each of those contracts that were awarded was cost? It cost Nigeria about 8 billion naira, and they were all paid up front 4 times. 4 times the roads were awarded. In case you don't also know, the man who took most of the contracts during Obasanjo's regime was not a Fulani man. The man who took most of the contracts during Obasanjo's regime for the Lagos or Benin Road was the late Mr. Tony Aneni, a Benin man. Tony Aneni's company took most of those contracts. The contracts were awarded to Tony Aneni, a Benin man, not a Fulani man, not a Yoruba man, a Benin man. He took the contracts. He never executed them. Did you ever hear that EFCC went after them? Did you ever hear that any of those people were brought to book? No, they were untouchable. They were untouchable. All Jews or Carlos company that has just been awarded a major contract in Imo State today. Do you know how many contracts all Jews or Carlos company took and they were not executed? Where is all Jews or Carlos today? And in the National Assembly of Nigeria. He's not a Yoruba man. He's not a Fulani man. Nobody's arresting him. Desani Alison Madweke, the former Minister of Petroleum of Nigeria. I don't know, sometimes when we say these things, people think that where are you getting your facts and figure from? Because when you're not insider, when you're not an insider, you don't know these things. You just read what news is telling you. You don't even know the facts. Alison Madweke stole almost $6 billion of Nigeria. Alison Madweke crippled the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. This woman was stickingly rich. She's not a Yoruba woman. She's not a Fulani woman. She's an Igbo woman. Please, when you want to throw blame, they say a man that lives in a glass house does not throw stone in the market. If you live in a glass house, you don't throw stone, because the stone can come back to you to break your own glass. So when we want to talk about this hatred, they hate me and I hate you things, look in your own circle first. Look around you. Let us know who is responsible for the failure we are all in. Yes, Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. Who is in Nigeria that made us what we are today? Who is in Nigeria that brought us to our knees today? Who is in Nigeria you keep referring to? Who is in Nigeria? Because it's a lot easy to say, oh, Fulani this, Fulani. Are the Fulani the only one that brought us where we are today? We have all contributed to where we are today. I can positively tell you, James Ibori is from my town. James Ibori is from my town. But guess what? James Ibori was a notorious criminal who was actually hired by a very powerful cartel to come to impoverish Delta State of Nigeria. Did he succeed? Yes. James Ibori almost mortgaged Nigerians. When James Ibori was arrested in the UK and brought back to Nigeria, please, who were the people that welcomed him? Was it the Fulani people? Was it the Yoruba people that welcomed him? A notorious criminal like James Ibori. It was the same Delta people that welcomed him. Do you know what they said? They said, our champion has come back. The Urobos suddenly forgot that the man that they are celebrating is a notorious criminal. Because when we want to throw blames, we always look for other tribes to throw blames. We don't look at ourselves. No. We don't look at ourselves at all. You want to throw blame. Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is wicked. Nigeria hates us. Now I don't like Nigeria. Please, those of you from Abia State, why is Aba the most impoverished city in Nigeria? Please, can you anybody tell me? Aba and Nnewi are supposed to be the financial strength of the whole of the East. The financial strength. Nnewi people built their own city, their own land by themselves. I give it up to all Nnewi people. If you are an Nnewi man, I salute you. You came from a generation of people with brain. If you are an Nnewi man, I hail you. Your people have brain. They decided not to wait for one Messiah to come from somewhere to help them. Nnewi people decided to develop their land. Aba people, they are one of the richest people that I know. But have you ever asked yourself why Aba remains so poor? Have you ever asked yourself why Aba rose and never developed? Omwa here to Aba, how many miles is it? Why has the government of Abia State never fixed Aba? Or is Abia State also ruled by a Fulani man? So let's be careful with this hatred and bigotry that is going around. Instead of, let's all come together and look for a solution to bail all ourselves, to bail every one of us out of the shame we find ourselves in. Because our own brothers are the ones killing us Stop looking to the government. Stop looking to the Fulanis, because they are not one. We are doing ourselves more harm. The Fulanis were not the one that started ritual killing. Yorubas have been known for ritual killing for years. Abangwa people have been known for ritual killing for years. When I visited Aba for the first time in February 13, 1995, yes, they warned me, be careful. If you're going in Aba, any road you see where there is a mat, don't pass on top of it. Some of you who know what I'm telling you about, you will remember this. In those days, many Abangwa people made their money from money ritual. Ohanvia people made most of their riches from money ritual. You will be going along the road, you will see a mat, and it's only strangers that fall prey to it. A stranger will just fall inside a deep hole. Inside that hole, there are Igbo men with machete. They extract the pure mercury from your spinal cord, and the way they do it, when the person comes, they incapacitate the person immediately. When they incapacitate the person, they slaughter him. They strike him with a very sharp machete, and they remove the pure mercury from his back. That is how so many Igbo people became rich. Or am I lying? Am I lying? Or you think I don't know Nigeria? I know Nigeria like the back of my hand. I know the politics of my land like the back of my hand. And I can tell whoever cares to listen, the hatred, the bitterness that exists in Nigeria, every tribe contributed to it. Every tribe contributed to it. The Fulanis were not completely responsible for us, for our woes. Even the Fulanis that are the Fulanis today, that are even rich, do you know there's only a handful of them? Why do you think there's so many Alumajiris in the north? Why do you think so many houses are not educated? Can you not see? They are even most wicked to their own people that you can never imagine. So if they are not good to the people, what made you think a Fulani man will be good to you? A Fulani man is more wicked to his own brother than you can ever imagine. A Fulani man is more wicked to his own brothers than anybody else. And you think he has not been good to his own people, he will suddenly think about you and he will not come and start helping you. Please, Nigerians, let us wake up from this ugly slumber. Let us wake up. Let us wake up. Everybody contributed to the shame and disgrace of Nigeria. Everybody. Nigerians are strangely possessed by greed. Greed for money, greed for power. The local government chairman will take his budget, and guess what? He will never develop any road. He will carry the money that is meant for the commonwealth of his people, and he will go and start carrying girlfriends. He will start organizing party. They will attend. Is that not what the governor of Abia State is doing? The governor of Abia State is busy organizing party every week. And it's not spending money. Aba is a stone throw from Umuahia. Please, people in Umuahia that are listening to me, how many of your roads has the Abia State governor fixed? People in Ungwa, Nsiala Ungwa, Obioma Ungwa, Ohonfia, Ohonzala, how many of your roads has the governor of Abia State, who is a core Igbo man, how many of your roads has he developed since he became governor? Please, how many of your roads have they built? How many of your schools has this new campus? How many of your roads, how many of your schools have they developed? It took a girl, what is that? Is it success? Is this success? Is it that girl in Delta State that became very famous? What is that? Is it success or happiness, or what is that her name? That it took a girl. How old is this? Somebody just told me that Bro Levi said Abia State government house is rented. Can you believe that? No, I don't know about that. I'm only reading somebody's comment. Bro Levi here is saying that Abia State government house is rented. Okay, I have not verified that here, so I don't know how true that is. But if it is laughable. So what have they been doing with all the money? What have they been doing with all the security votes that they keep collecting? Why is there still insecurity? The people killing you are not the foreigners. The people killing you are not the other tribes. If your brothers stop killing you, it will be difficult for an outsider to kill you. Is it not in Nigeria we give the parable that it is a rat in the house that shows the road for the one outside to come in? Am I lying? If your brother does not hate you, how can outsiders kill you? How can outsiders kill you? You keep pointing the finger, Nigeria hate us. Nigeria hate us. Who is Nigeria? Is Nigeria a person? Is Nigeria an address? Is Nigeria an office? Is Nigeria an empty vast land? Who is Nigeria that hates you? Nigeria does not want us. Sit down and tell yourself the truth. Your own brother does not even want you. That is how bad our situation is. Now, your own brother does not even like you. Your own brother wants you dead. If you make it in any part of Nigeria, it is your brother that will come after you. It is your brother that want to kill you. In fact, let's be very specific. How many of you live abroad have sent money home for your brother to build a house for you? Did they build it? Please, if you're on this platform, if you ever come across this video, tell me the truth. How many of you living abroad can happily send money home to your brother to buy a land for you? How many of you living abroad can happily send money home for your brother to build a house for you? How many of you have children back home that send money home for your uncle, for your brother, your sister to take care of your own children, who will not eat the money and reduce your children to housemaids? Yet when we want to talk, you say Nigeria hate us. I don't like Nigeria. Nigeria is a zoo. Because you are not using your brain. If you are using your brain, you understand that the problem of Nigeria goes way beyond a governmental people problem. It is a people problem. It is a combination, it is a union of very greedy people who have come together and they are all destroying each other. But I have a message. Oh, sorry, please. You think I'm advocating for Nigeria? Yes, think again. Love conquers the world. Love wins at last. Nigeria can be saved. Nigeria will be saved. Whether you hate Nigeria or not, stop telling me Nigeria is doomed. You may be digging a grave for yourself. If you have family members in Nigeria and you are saying Nigeria is doomed, you understand that kind of a thing. If you have family members in Nigeria and you may not live in Nigeria and you say Nigeria is doomed, I don't think you are being objective, because you are equally laying the curse on your own family members who are in Nigeria. And if you are in Nigeria and you think that Nigeria is doomed, my dear brother, my dear sister, you have already made it very clear. You live in doom. But guess what? You will live in your own world that is doomed, because I see solution. I don't see problem. Yes, there are challenges. I see a challenge that can be mitigated. I see a challenge that can be ameliorated. I see a challenge that can be unraveled. I do not see a dead end. I see a light in the tunnel. You say it's my object, it's my personal views. Glory be to God. If it is Reverend Joe, sorry, I know you wanted to come in, but I'm just rounding up now because I'm actually going in for a meeting right now. Please, I'm very sorry. So please, fellow Nigerians, and those of you who have chosen to be objective, stop the hatred. Nobody hates you. Start loving yourself. Watch and see how things will turn around. Start loving yourself. Don't just look at everything that's happened and say, okay, it is over. It can never work again. Even if they have killed your entire family, it is still not a sign. God works in mysterious ways. In fact, most of you people will never understand. God has investment in Nigeria. God is not going to give up on Nigeria. And I want to make you know one thing. The devil will never have the last say. The devil will never have the last laugh. God will have the last laugh. That is why I serve a living God. And I'm going to hold on to God's faithfulness. I'm going to hold on to God's word. The same way I am speaking over Nigeria, if somebody can also rise up in the United Kingdom and start to speak, United Kingdom too can be saved. These are nations that, it's like they've married the devil. These are nations that have married the devil. And it's as if there's nothing can ever happen to change. France, I don't know how France will ever change. I don't know how the United Kingdom will ever change again. I don't know. I don't know what anybody's going to do to change the United Kingdom, because United Kingdom has gone so low. I don't know how they will ever rise up again. Anybody can conclusively say it's finished for the United Kingdom. In case you have not looked out there, you think only Nigeria is in this. This is the battle of the devil to possess the soul of the people. And when you live in hatred and bigotry, then you empower the devil to take over the land. Please, let's share this video to as many as want to hear the objective truth I bring to you, that you cannot keep saying I hate Nigeria or Nigeria hates me. You're not making sense. You need to make sense, because the entity called Nigeria is a combination of not many people. So you just sit on your own, you decide that everybody hates you. Are you a criminal? Why should everybody hate you? Who does not know that the cement that hold Nigeria together are the Igbo people? Who does not know that? Who does not know that the day the Igbo man moves all his businesses out of every other part of Nigeria, and they go back to the east, that east will be paradise on earth? Who does not know that? But why would that not happen? You understand that kind of a thing? Because the Igbo man is a traveler by nature. He's a sojourner by nature. And anywhere the Igbo man gets into, he makes the place to work. That is why the Igbos are still, and I maintain it, hold me by my word, the Igbos are practically like virtually the last hope of Nigeria. They are the only ones that have investment interests all over the national territory of Nigeria and in many African countries. And so it is so easy for them to tie everybody together, because they are the business owners of the land. Go to Apapa Port. They are owned by Igbo people, if you like it or not. That's why no matter how much noise the Lagos people make, oh, Igbo people, Yorubas cannot get rid of Igbo people. If Yorubas get rid of Igbo people, Lagos State will go down the drain. Do you know how many houses are owned in Lagos and in many parts of Nigeria by Igbo people? Do you know at all? You understand now? Yes. Reverend Joseph Eze is making a statement, which I share. Some people even told me not to be saying it, that for Nigeria to be redeemed, a lot of people need to be slaughtered. And I mean it. Even Reverend Tudebakare said it once, that look, for you people to fix Nigeria, you need to slaughter all of us, the top leaders of Nigeria. Reverend Eze, I share that view. If you want to hear from my mouth on loud and clear, I will tell you, yes. A lot of people need to be slaughtered in Nigeria, from General Babangida, Obasanjo, Abdusalam Abubakar, and all these Okalu, all these people in the National Assembly. They need to be slaughtered so that Nigeria can be free, because they are the blood suckers that keep us where we are. So you see, it's a marriage of too many demons, and it's not controlled by only one tribe. The evil controlling Nigeria is controlled by too many people. But it can only begin when you and I decide to align our brain properly, and when we decide to get up and see properly what we need to see. And what we see is that we need to take this land back. But who are the people that will stand against us? The very youths that are crying. Tomorrow, if I say, let us get up, hey, Reverend Abraham, you're your own. Sorry, we're not going with you. Sorry. I thought you people say you want redemption. Hey, we want redemption, but we're not ready to die. Oh, you are not ready to die. How then are we going to free this land? How? Then we keep crying and complaining and murmuring. All of that has to end. You cannot hate Nigeria and expect a change to happen. You cannot claim that Nigeria hates you, because you need to explain who Nigeria is. Because obviously, Nigeria is not a person living in Lagos or Abuja or Port Harcourt or anywhere else. Nigeria is not an empty land. And if you say Nigerians hate you, wow, that must be a bogus statement to make, because you have a lot of explaining to do. God bless you all. I hope I've spoken to somebody's mind, and I pray that by the wisdom of God, these words will bring some senses to some of us. Stop pushing hate. Stop pushing hate, bigotry. We are one. I'm not saying you cannot go tomorrow, but stop the hate. Spread the love. God bless you.